Okay, welcome again to TableSoccerUSA.com, the place for all your professional table soccer needs. We're here with Zach Walker, and he's continuing. We're going to talk now about how you can actually force a throw-in. Maybe we'll get to corners also, and the quadrant rule, as we typically call it in table soccer Subbuteo. Off you go, Zach.
All right. Well, like I had said earlier, the rules in table soccer are very similar to actual soccer. However, there are some minor differences that can be a little complicated, but easy once you learn. Obviously in soccer, regardless of where it occurs, if you were to kick the ball and it would go off a player and out of bounds, it would then be the throw-in to the team that it did not go off and out of. In table soccer, it's a little different. You'll notice, as Paul pointed out earlier, we have these 4 different quadrants, and these are very key when it comes to forcing throw-ins. Basically, everything that occurs in a forced throw-in needs to happen, originate, and finish within the quadrant. So where the figure who forced the throw-in started, where the ball started, where the figure it went out on originated, and where the ball hit him and actually left the playing field, all need to happen within a quadrant. So for example, say I have the ball here and I really don't have a lot of space to go, I can't turn it, I have 1 more flick remaining, and I want to try to get a throw-in as a tactic to keep possession. That would be a valid throw, and I flicked it off of Paul's player and out of bounds. If for some reason it happened here and I were to flick it out into a different quadrant, I know it sounds a little goofy, but that would actually be Paul's possession because it did not happen in the same quadrant. And the reason that is because in order to kind of keep the game flowing and keep it a little more logical, it would be too easy to just hit the ball really hard off a player down there and then get possession. It would kind of just be like ping pong. It'd be all over the place. So making sure everything happens within the quadrant is what's key. One important rule is when the lines come into play. In order for the figure to be considered in the quadrant, he needs to be in the quadrant. You need to see even just a sliver of green. If he's on the line, and if he's on the line and I were to hit the ball off of him and go out, it would actually not be my ball forcing it out because he's not considered in a quadrant if he's on the line. So it can be a bit quirky, but basically hopefully that has helped explain the rules of the throw-in. And like I said, watching videos on YouTube on the Subbuteo Man's channel, watching experienced players play and experiencing it yourself will hopefully help make that a little easier in these situations. Okay.